CJ, help your father. Help him over to that chair.
That's okay, I can stand.
Okay?
No, you can't stand. Doctor's orders, Clark.
Just lean on me, Dad. I can hold you up. Right over here.
Thanks. You know, I didn't realize it was so far from the parking lot to this office.
I told you should have stayed at home.
I'd have gone crazy alone in that apartment all day long.
I would have come over and kept you company.
Well, that's sweet, Darla, but I got a job to do here. At least I hope I do.
Yes, that's right, John. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, it's nice talking to you. I'll talk to you soon. Jessica seems to be doing all right.
Yeah. She sounded good, didn't she?
Yeah, she sounded good. I just wish I'd had a chance to say goodbye to her in person when she left.
She'll be back, Eric.
Yeah. You seem to be taking all this pretty well.
I think she needed to spend some time with her dad, and I, of course, have my own problems to deal with.
Yes, I heard about Sheila's parole hearing.
They should have locked her up.
Well, they didn't. You got to put that right out of your mind.
That's a little difficult, given the circumstances.
Maggie, James is her doctor, nothing more.
That's enough.
You can't let this drive you crazy.
Sheila is in the driver's seat. She won her parole hearing, she's got her freedom, and now James is so angry at me, we're barely speaking to one another.
Maggie, don't let her get to you.
How can I help it, Eric? Sheila spends more time with James than I do. How can I stop her? How can I end this nightmare called Sheila Carter?
I don't like it, all right? I hate it. I just want to go home.
Sheila, just 10 minutes. That was the agreement. You said you were strong enough.
Yeah, I thought I was. I was wrong.
Sheila, the road to mental health has many peaks and valleys. Now, right now, we're in a valley, but we will come out of it, believe me.
None of this would have happened if Lauren hadn't gone to my parole officer. And now the entire world knows about it. You want to talk about paranoid? I'm a bundle of nerves. I just want to go somewhere and hide, okay? My home, under a rock, anywhere.
You cannot run, and you cannot hide. Because you're right. You're making progress. But if you don't stick with it, you go right back to square one. And what you've got to do now is look inside yourself, deep inside yourself, and fight this trend, and grab hold of it. And I'll be right here with you.
Maggie, get hold of yourself here, okay? The issue is not Sheila. The issue is you and James and your relationship, and that's what you have to work on.
How can I work on a relationship with James when Sheila's always with him? She monopolizes all of his time, Eric.
Isn't that a bit of an overstatement?
No, I don't think it is. You know how she operates. She's constantly in crisis. She's always calling James up and wanting him to come over and drop everything and help her. She's a master manipulator.
Maggie, James would know if he's being manipulated.
I don't know about that, Eric. Sheila is a sick, psychotic woman. That's all he sees. And he thinks he can help her. And actually, he already has, because he's given her a new sense of strength, a resolve, which makes her more dangerous than ever. Eric, how do I fight that? She's so clever. She's so quick to seize every opportunity.
You have to keep a close eye on the situation, but above all, don't overreact.
I have been keeping a close eye. And what I see is the man I love drifting further and further away from me. If I don't do something, I'm gonna wake up one day and James will be gone. I will have lost him. And then I'll look back to days like this when I did nothing and I'll hate myself for it.
Maggie, what can you do except for keeping lines of communication open with James?
The line of communication is broken.
Right. James is upset. But Maggie, he will come around.
I'm not so sure, Eric. James looks upon Sheila as being the biggest professional challenge of his career, and Sheila knows that. She preys on it. She milks it like a 2-ton Guernsey cow, and she's gonna come out the winner. Unless we keep fighting her. Lauren tried, so did Stephanie. Well, now it's my turn. I've got to do something before it's too late. It's not already.
Maggie, where are you going?
I don't think you want to know.
Don't do anything you'll regret.
Eric, there is very little that I could ever do to that woman that I would regret. Have a good day. Don't worry about me.
Are you feeling any better?
Yes.
Good. Well, come on, let's order some food. The menu is not written on my face.
You know, I feel so strong when I'm with you. Even when I know the whole world is against me. Okay. All right, maybe not the entire world.
I know you two. You're in the paper this morning. Sheila Carter and Dr. Warwick.
Madam, please do that.
How can you defend this horrible woman? How could you have anything to do with her? She belongs in prison. All those terrible things she did to the Forrester family, those people in the Midwest, that poor, precious little baby.
Lady, you are creating a scene.
Excuse me, is there a problem here?
Yes. How can you let this foul, disgusting garbage into your place? Do you know who she is? Do you know what she's done?
Ma'am, you're going to have to quiet it down.
And you. I have half a mind to call the medical board and have your license revoked.
Sheila, let's go. Sheila.
Sure, you could try to run, but you can't hide. You're in all the newspapers and television. Everybody knows what you are. You're trash. Do you hear me? Trash! Stay away from my boy. Stay away from all the children in the city.
I am still the head designer around here, aren't I?
Sure you're, Dad. What do you think? She replaced you while you were recovering from saving my life?
I don't know, son. I'd like to hear it directly from your mother.
Do you believe this guy, Mom? He's living with us, and we're his family, and he still thinks you fired him.
Why don't Darla and you and I go get some breakfast down at the cafeteria? Huh?
Oh, God, no. To tell you the truth, I've already...
Darla, let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Will you, Jenny?
Don't ever do that to me again.
What did I do?
You were trying to set me up. You were trying to put me on the spot in front of my son. Trying to manipulate me into giving you some instant status around here. And you were using CJ to do it. You were using CJ against me to get what you wanted. You ought to know by now that that's the kind of thing that makes my blood start to boil.
Sally, I wasn't using CJ against you.
What do you call this, am I or am I not head designer around here? Or, better yet, gee, son, I'd kind of like to hear that from your mom. What do you call that?
Okay, I know it sounds bad, but it wasn't intentional. I wouldn't do that to you.
Clark, you did it to me.
Sally, you're overreacting. Okay, what's going on with you?
Well, it's very simple. I just don't want you taking anything for granted. I don't want you taking me for granted. I don't want you to take our living arrangements for granted, and I certainly don't want you to take your status around here for granted.
I don't take anything for granted, Sally. God, Sally, I am just so grateful for everything you've done for me. Believe me, I am. In this last month, I've realized that I am the luckiest man alive. I have a family. I have people I care about. I have a son who worships the ground I walk on. And Macy, and you. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize that. Not for anything or anyone.
We mean that much to you, do we?
More than anything in my life.
Until the next temptation comes along.
You know, Sally, I turned down $15 million to stay with this family. I don't think there could be a temptation greater than that.
Clark, money hasn't always been your only weakness.
You mean women?
Don't take this the wrong way. But it seems to me that your need to be irresistible to lots of women has gotten you into more trouble than your weakness for lots of money.
What do you mean by don't take this the wrong way?
I just don't want you to think that I care one way or the other. I don't. Your personal life is your own, okay? But as long as you are sharing a home with me and CJ, you have to think about him. He has a very idealized vision of you in his head. I don't want to see him let down too soon, so it is for his sake that I suggest you ease up a little bit with the skirt chasing.
You know, I haven't chased a skirt in quite a while, Sally. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, well, I suppose I have.
You know why that is?
No, Clark, I do not know why that is, and I'll tell you something else. I don't think I want you to tell me why that is.
No, I think you do, but you're just afraid of me. And I've hurt you pretty badly in the past. I won't do that again.
You don't owe me anything, Clark.
What, are you crazy? I owe you everything.
No, you owe CJ everything. He's the reason you're here. And you owe Spectra Fashions for believing in you. But please, don't try to con me into believing that I have some kind of personal hold over you, when I know it's not true. I've been down that road before, Clark. I know how it ends. It ends with nothing but disillusionment and pain with a capital P. Now, it is for your son's sake that I suggest that you be a little less blatant with the ladies.
For my son's sake. You mean our son?
All right, our son.
Okay, I'll do that, Sally. But not just for CJ.
I gotta go back to work.
I'm very sorry, Sheila.
That woman was filled with such rage.
Oh, she had absolutely no right.
She had every right. That's what's so scary, you know? Everywhere I go, everyone I see, they're gonna know me. They're gonna know who I really am. Thanks to Lauren, calling all those reporters together.
You have dealt with adversity before.
I am so tired, James. I'm exhausted. I don't know if I can handle another challenge.
Please don't get discouraged.
Thank you.
I'll call you later. All right?
Come on in.
Is Sally still in here?
No, I think she's back in her office.
Oh. Clark, I'm really glad you're back.
Thank you, Darla.
Yeah, things were pretty dreary around here while you were in the hospital.
Oh, come on, that's just your imagination.
No, they were. They really were. I swear to God, if anything would happen to you, Clark.
don't worry, because it didn't.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool.
James?
You're not gonna close the door on me, Sheila. No. I'm here to close the door on you.
Yes. Forget something?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did.
What?
Clark, you know that little peck I gave you a little while ago?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think that was truly indicative of how glad we are, especially me, that you are back.
Well, how glad are you, Darla?
Ooh, proverbial question.
What are you doing?
I'm just slipping you out of something less comfortable. It has been much too long.
It sure has.
Tell me about that fall. It didn't damage anything vital, did it?
I don't know. Maybe we should check.
I think we should.
Oh. Whew. No more women. This is not gonna be easy.
What do you want, Maggie?
What do I want? I want you out of my life. I want you out of my man's life. Oh, I forgot. Even though he's your therapist and you're in love with him, you don't have designs on him.
I don't. James is helping me get better.
The only thing that is going to help you, Sheila, is a hospital. The same prison hospital you lied your way out of.
Look, I've had a real trying day.
Oh, really?
Okay?
We'll try this one on. It's about to get worse.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to be
Oh,
here.
you feel so powerful, don't you? So powerful because you won the battle. Pulled the wool right over the parole board's eyes. And not only that, you got them to hand you James on a silver platter. Daily therapy sessions, long, intimate conversations. Oh, you're potent, all right.
Would you
a real
please
force
just
to be
stop
reckoned
it.
with.
Stop.
What's the matter? Are you a little nervous? Huh? Well, you should be. You should be shaking in your boots because Lauren and Stephanie and I, we're not through with you. We haven't even begun.
You can't hurt me.
Oh, you want to bet? We're going to be watching you. And we're not alone. Thanks to Lauren, everyone knows what you've done.
That's not fair.
Not fair? Not fair? Well, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black, you have the nerve to call anyone unfair? You're the biggest shark in the water, lady. You wrote the book on treachery. Well, let me tell you something. We're gonna burn that book and you right along with it because one of these days, you're gonna slip up. And when you do, there's gonna be about 100 pair of eyes on you and we will nail you.
I just need some space.
You're gonna get some space in a prison cell where you belong. We're committed. You owe a lot of people a lot of time and you're gonna pay up.
James will never let that happen.
James cannot perform miracles, Sheila. And let me tell you something about James. You think you have him under a spell because you're sick, and he thinks he can help you, but I have him under an even stronger spell. It's called love. And I will steer him right out of your life, so you just count your days, because you're not gonna have him wrapped around your finger for much longer.
I need him,
Well,
Maggie.
you can't have him. He's mine, and I'm gonna get him right out of your life.
No, you can't do that.
It's done, lady. It's done.
Look, just back off.
I'm not gonna back off. You're never gonna win, so you just find yourself a new therapist. I'm gonna go